Hello? Wait, am I online? Okay, I think I'm live right now. Let me check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just tested my connection to the chat. Okay. Let me set up the game. Oh, it's here. Dice, ice, okay? Dice. Can you see it? Oh my god, I love the music. Hold on, let me just...
Lives in a monochrome world, working from the side through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Mirth and sorrow's tender embrace. This was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't ever let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Okay. Now that that has been done, hello. I think I just kind of got spoiled on like some of the story endings from that opening. I did not realize that they just told everything at the very beginning. Okay, so I'm just gonna guess who is who. I don't remember their names, it's been a while, but I think this is Rod, the brother. I think this is the guy with the Rumpel curse. I do not know what the star is. Oh wait, probably it's Peter Pan, like Neverland course. He's in the middle, so I'm guessing he's the route that is locked, I guess. He and... I'm guessing this one is Karma, probably Beauty and the Beast. And I do not know who has Red Riding Hood. But yeah. Oh shoot, I completely forgot to introduce myself. What am I doing? Hold on, let me just... How do I open the window of this thing? Alt enter. There you go. Let me just test this real quick. Cause if it does not... Oh, hold on. My chat only is not working. Just a second. Let me reset that. Probably won't show. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to leave it open on my phone here. think it works. Okay. So my on-screen chat overlay is not working at the moment. I'll fix that later. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that I haven't introduced myself yet. Okay. I'm just gonna put this on full screen for immersion. There. I'm going to change the settings real quick because I feel like the music here is quite loud. Is this good? Let's go with 7 on both. And there you go. Okay. Good morning, afternoon, evening or night depending on where you're from. I'm Mr. K Mushroom and today I'm going to be streaming Cinderella Phenomenon. If you didn't watch the last stream in which I played this, I basically just started playing the game. And well, it was the first time I actually started a dating sim. So this is still the first dating sim I'm playing, but I was really invested in the story, so I just wanted to play this again. And now I'm going to continue with my last save file. Hopefully my other... where was it? Okay, Common Route Chapter 1. So this is the common route. Okay, I didn't go on a different route or anything yet. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is where I left it. Oh my god. Let's see. Reset. The princess is indeed lucky as I am available for teaching duties. No doubt I'd be the better choice as I don't go about deceiving the world. Excuse me? Oh right, okay, waltz. Okay, I think waltz is going to be like the final melee or the melee that the game wants us to play at the very last. So I think I'll try saving this guy's route. Anyways, this guy is actually a man, and he flirts with every single girl he sees. So he flirted with him, and he had to reveal that he's actually a man, and this guy got really pissed. Just to summarize why there's tension between these two. Anyways, Walt says, from one side of flirting to bitter enemies, and all in the span of a few hours. The man broke my heart. And Walt is like, Anyways, I'd also be happy to help you in any way I can, princess. And Parfait is a fairy, by the way. I'm sure your stepbrother would be happy to help as well. Rod would be the stepbrother. And he's just so annoyed. Okay. And Anise is saying, I don't think I would make the best teacher for this sort of thing. I only teach others how to fight. Never mind the fact that Julian herself still struggles to be good. What? Oh, she's blushing. Hold on, let me just put this on the floor. This is my bag of fabrics. Delora. I love Delora. Okay. So Delora is basically the witch that cursed the MC, but she's a good witch from what we know so far. Anyway, she says, you're lucky, aren't you? So many people are willing to help you. Why? Why are you all willing to help me? That's what we do at the Martian. We help each other. Lesson number 1. Doing good means helping whenever one can. Just let any of us know if you want our help. Trust no one but yourself. You need not care for anyone but yourself. This is what mother and the last few years have taught me. I've always been alone, and it is easier that way. And yet, these strangers, these people that I've only known for a few days, are so willing to help me when they will gain nothing in return. Is this the goodness I was meant to see? Father? How can I even begin to trust and care for others when I have forgotten how to do so? I'm slowly beginning to understand what I must do. Chapter 2, The Decision. I don't see why this is necessary. Oh, I should save this. Okay. I'll just leave that as it is. And I think the one on 7 should be at the very beginning. Of course this is necessary, princess. You work to show you can be useful. For the last half hour, Parfait and Delora have been debating what shows they want to give me. I cannot believe they are seriously going to make me work like a commoner girl. No freeloaders at the Martian, remember? And you can't pull the princess card anymore now that you're a homeless peasant. Being demoted to a homeless peasant is not my fault. If you really think about it, it was kind of me to demote you. Stop teasing her, Delora. Lucette has a lot thrown at her already. I'm only speaking the truth. Besides, working to live is a commoner's way of life. But at least it's rewarding. I should figure out voices for these guys. If you do nothing, you get nothing. No food, no clothes, no bed. You are no longer a princess, Lucette. Life here at the Martian is comfortable, and you need to work for comfort. Remember that. What you do is your choice, princess. Do I even have a choice? Not really, no. Let's see. How about cooking duties? No way, she'd burn a salad. She could be a receptionist. Then we'd lose all our customers. That's probably true. I'm right here, you know. Sorry. When I gave Delora the same voice I gave Emalaigne, I'm no. I just try to give them different voices. This is bad. Anyways, Delora, do you have any useful skills at all? As a princess, I had servants who did everything for me. They cleaned my room, helped me dress. How am I expected to possess skills for things I've never done? Aha! I found the perfect job for a Cinderella. Oh, what's this? A broom! Ta-da! Lucette will be in charge of sweeping the Martian floors. What? Perfect. Even she should be able to do that. Could you, princess? I refuse. Oh, I mixed up their voices. I refuse. But look, I even put a cute little ribbon on the broom just for you. It's your very own special broom. A princess does not clean. Hard-headed as ever. Don't worry, I have a fix for this. Oh no! Suddenly the broom flies into my hands. I am pulled helplessly along as the things begin to... No, I'm so sorry. Hold on. No. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm finding this really funny. Anyways. Suddenly the broom flies into my hands. I am pulled helplessly along as the thing begins to sweep the floors. I try to pull my hands away, but they may as well be glued to the broom. They do not budge. What have you done? You should be thanking me. I'm helping you with your duties. Dolora, isn't this a bit too much? Oh, nonsense. The princess is learning useful new skills. Mr. Broom will teach her everything she needs to know. If the floor is dirty, Mr. Broom will come to life and start sweeping. And it will not stop until the floors are spotless. What? Come on, Parfait. We got a time for... Come on, Parfait. We got time for a cup of tea. But... she'll be fine. A little sweeping never killed anyone. You are dreadful. Enjoy your time with Mr. Broom. Wait! Did they really just leave? Hey, so slow down. The broom begins to sweep faster. Despite my protests, I am still forced like a puppet to sweep the floors with grudging tenacity. Okay, I think I figured out their voices eventually. When I feel like only Parfait and emalaigne have different voices. I can barely catch my breath after that. Oh wait, my bad. Oh, it's a cute little face here. Nice. I can barely catch my breath after that. Princess Parfait sent me to check. Ah! How lovely! It's so clean. I can see my reflection on the floorboards. I'm impressed. Do not even think about stepping into this room with your dirty shoes. Goodness, I did not know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. You're aware that the Martian is opening soon, yes? The floor isn't going to stay clean forever. Then do not open the Martian. I do sympathize with you, princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. What would you know about that? More than you think. What? Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Kama just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. He's definitely hiding something. My hands are red and sore from all the sweeping I've done today. I remember the salve Annie's offered when I first woke up in my room. Surely that'll help somewhat. I apply it to my hands and find, to my surprise, that it's very effective. Most of the redness quickly fades along with the pain. Is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse? Forced to work day in and day out? I cannot let things stay as they are. I must act. I lay down to rest. Tiredness falls upon me like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I close my eyes and feel myself shift into the darkness of sleep. Despite having slept for hours, I am still tired when I wake. I glance back at my hands and remember the salve's effectiveness. Whatever Anise gave me really works. I should ask her to make me more. I feel like this is not the last time I will need it. I must act quickly. The sooner I break the curse, the better. The people who offer to help me are all here. Whom should I ask for help? Let's see. Okay, so the person who knows her the most at the moment is Rod. I don't think either of these two. This guy does not remember anything. He well, I don't know about Kama actually. Like, he just met her like a few days ago. But Rod has been her brother for much longer. But I do hate that if I choose this, even though it's seemingly the only answer that I feel like is correct, he's still her brother and I feel like it's gonna go to a romance route and I don't like that. But anyways, let's start with this. Rod came to the Martian today to discuss something with Parfait. This is just the third time he's visited the tavern since I've been here. I wonder what he discusses with Parfait. Rod's eyebrows furrow as soon as he sees me enter the room. Oh, it seems like the princess has something she would like to speak with you about, Prince Rod. She probably already knows why I'm here. Thank you, Prince Rod, for telling me about this. I shall leave you with the princess now. He's so upset. Rod's expression turns grim. He clearly disapproves of me, even just being in the same room as him. As soon as Parfait leaves, he shoots a glare in my direction. What do you want? All I have done is enter the room and he is already angry. I am still not used to being treated like this by him. I am here to ask you about goodness. You're asking the wrong person, Lucette. Did I make the right choice in choosing to come to him? I do not intend to help you break your curse, no matter what Lady Parfait says. Pardon? Emalaigne and my mother have tried to be kind to you many times, but you only ever respond with disrespect and cruelty. Cruelty? You think I have been cruel to them? How else would you describe your behavior? Why am I suddenly the one at fault? Their coming to the palace made my life miserable. I am the victim here, not them. The others may think you are capable of goodness, but I severely doubt it. I do not wish to work with you, so do not come to me for help. Excuse me. He turns around and begins to walk away, leaving me to stand alone in the room, even angrier than I was before. How dare he treat me like this? I grab his arm and pull him around so that he is facing me. Okay, I think I chose the wrong thing. I refuse to let him belittle me like this, especially when I am making a conscious effort to change. What if I can help you break your course? Will you help me then? Rod fixes me with an icy stare as he... Oh, hold on. Rod fixes me with an icy stare as he pulls away. I don't intend to break my course. What? Rod shoots at me one last glare before he leaves the Martian, leaving me to stand there, confused. If he does not intend to break the curse, then why is he even here? I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floor beds. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. No! Sorry. Oh no. Oh, Broom is happy. Stop! I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sleeping. I'd say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where shall I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. I glare at Garland as he begins to move. You! You're dirtying the floor! Sorry. Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This was Delora's doing, wasn't it? Is it obvious? This has "Witch having fun" written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You're the worst. Oh no! Poor Broom. Please don't be mad at the Broom Princess. It's only trying to help. It is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch that had just entered. She's a regular at the Martian, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes! Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor. Oh, I am sorry. I will clean up after myself right away. Good! Lucette, don't say that. It's your job. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay, I think I got it. So, it's just the wrong click. Oh no, 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 no. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she's made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora and this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. Girl, you're kidding me, right? I put the broom back in its resting place before double checking my work. Now that I am done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. Whom shall I ask for help today? You know something? I glance over at Rod as he enters the tavern. That was almost perfect timing. He told me he does not intend to break his curse, yet here he is again. Rod must sense my... I just drink some water. Oh my god, I keep stammering. Doink. I might need to... Oh, hold on. I might need to refill my water soon, but I think I should still be able to speak comfortably for a while. Oh dear. Rod must sense my eyes on him because the minute he walks in, he turns to look at me. His expression is as cold and unmoving as always. He pointedly leaves the tavern area and enters the reception. I follow after him. I told you to find someone else. What can I do to make you stop hating me? What? You said that whatever I had done to you or your family was bad. So if I reverse that, I might get a good deed. You truly don't understand how goodness works, do you? I would not be asking you if I did. Rod closes his eyes and rubs the back of his neck. He looks thoughtful but also irritated. I intend to break my curse as soon as possible and I will do whatever it takes. And it seems to me that the easiest way to achieve a good deed is to fix the supposedly bad things I have already done. So are you going to help me or not? Tell Lady Parfait I will see her another time. He leaves the room without answering my question. I ball my hands into fists, and he calls me the cruel one. A month has passed, and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I have been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. Oh. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. So he did respond. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. This guy. What is wrong with you? Anyways. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful both on the inside and out. I think I made the right decision because if I remember correctly, Karma, Rumpel and Rod were the three options I should have asked. And Lucette is clearly annoyed with both of the other guys' answers. Right. Must I be all these things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my course. But in the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream? Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Lucette. I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Lucette. I love you too, mother. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I am the only one having a difficult time. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. Two heads are better than one, as they say. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me from that I am still disliked. Most of the boarders of the Martian volunteered to help her, remember? Oh, most of the boarders of the Martian volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? What if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess? Excuse me, Princess? I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've been staring at your tray and the customer is waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has been helping Anise today. The Martian is unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Lucette. Food won't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the Martian. I have never seen the Martian this busy. I roll onto my stomach and bury my face into the pillow. My arms and my legs protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone? Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. Okay. So these two are the locked routes. This guy doesn't want to break his course. These two are locked. Wait. Man, why are the two people that I'm actually kind of interested in both locked? So I need to get good endings with these guys first. This guy annoys me. This guy, actually don't know what his course is. You know what? Can I go to the previous? Oh, I can save it at this. No, wait. Oh, common route selection. So this is where I start selecting the routes. I'm just gonna save this file. And this selection file, I feel like I'm gonna use it later. So I'm gonna leave it on 61. So that I can load it whenever. It's a pretty important one, so I will save it here. And my next save will go on from there. Okay. So these are locked. Actually, would have wanted to go for this guy first, but he's locked. I feel like the most angsty one would probably be him. These two look more comedic to me. But I will start with him first. Chapter 3, A Change of Dare. I will ask Rod if he will pair up with me. I know we do not have a good relationship. Rod has spared no effort in telling me how cruel I have been to his family. But I feel that rectifying whatever mistakes I made with them might be an easy way to get the 3 good deeds. Oh, wait. I'm not getting the tone. Hold on. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. No. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. I'm not getting it. But Lucette, didn't he tell you that he didn't want to break his curse? Yes, but that may not be the whole truth. He is still reluctant to break his curse despite all the advice I have offered him. Perhaps you will be able to encourage him where I could not. I do not care if he does not want to break his curse. I only need him to help me remedy the supposedly bad things I have done to his family. I believe that will be the easiest way to break my curse. But the problem is that I rarely see him here. He is usually at the palace. In order for this arrangement to work, I need to be in the palace. I, for one thing, think it's a terrible idea. What if... Delora's voice trails off. She averts her gaze to the floor. Her expression is a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. Okay, wait. I'm going to make this a Rod chapter. I'm going to leave that there. I want to load this thing. And I want to, try playing this route as well. Nope. There. Then this. Sorry, load. Okay, so I've gotten this guy, and this guy. I'll just, there you go. Now go back to load and continue with Rod. I think it... Delora's voice trails off. She averts her gaze to the floor, her expression a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. What if what? Is there something I should know? Both the witch and the fairy just stare at me silently. After a few moments, Puffy speaks. You would be far away from us, princess. We would not be able to assist you. Witches could be lying in wait for you, knowing that you are the true crown princess of Angel. They might seek to use you for their own purposes. What sort of purposes? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? Many of them have been corrupted by the Tenebrarum. Darkness has invaded their hearts, making them bitter. Many of them simply want to see the fairy tale courses continue to be undisturbed. This is all just speculation, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And what would you have me do? Delora? I have an idea. I think I can get her into the palace and make sure there's someone there to look out for her. How? Just trust me. Tomorrow the Ice Princess returns to her palace. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, she's a maid. This cannot be happening. Don't dilly-dally. The princess will soon be awake and expecting her new mate. I close my eyes and suppress the urge to groan. How is it that Delora was able to turn me into Emalaigne's personal maid? She thought this would be funny, didn't she? Well, I will make her pay for this. I expect you not to be late again. We have very strict rules on how the palace staff should behave. I'm not exactly sure how Delora managed this, She told me she was going to cast a spell on me and that it would be over as soon as I opened my eyes. I closed my eyes and sure enough, when I opened them, I found myself here in a maid uniform. What did she do? The maid continues to babble at me. How annoying, girl. I pretend to listen to her as she leads me through the palace hallways. Emalaigne and Rod's chambers are located here. Oh! Okay, maybe I just wanted to see Emalaigne. We come to a halt when Emalaigne suddenly appears from around the corner. Your Highness? The maid ducks into a neat courtesy. Emalaigne's eyes meet mine. I tense as I wait for any signs of recognition from her, but she only gives me a curious look, as to wondering who I am. She clearly does not recognize me. The maid suddenly reaches back and pulls at my shoulder, forcing me into a bow. You are in front of the Crown Princess of Angel. Show some respect, girl. My apologies, my Highness. She is new and clearly needs to be taught some manners. Excuse me? Oh, please, there's no need for that. What is she trying to achieve by pretending to be kind to a palace maid? Who is she trying to fool? Girl. Your Highness, this is your new personal maid. Emalaigne glances at the maid, looking confused. Why do I need a personal maid? It is by the king's orders, Princess. Emalaigne returns to look at me again. What is your name? She's talking to you, girl. I scowl at the maid before facing Emalaigne. I cannot believe I have fallen so low that I am now being ordered around by a maid. Lucette. It is nice to meet you, Lucette. I hope we can get along. When I do not respond, Emalaigne's face falls. I was just heading to breakfast with my family. Of course, Lucette will escort you to the dining hall. I raise my eyebrows at the maid, irritated. There is no need for concern. I can get there on my own. I breathe a sigh of relief. Girl, Lucette. I am not here to babysit her. The maid leans forward and whispers something in my ear. I don't know how it is that you landed this position, but you owe the royal family your diligence and respect. If you continue to show disrespect, I will be having a word with the king. The maid pushes me forward so that I am forced to stand next to Emalaigne. She will escort you to the dining hall, Your Highness. Her job requires that she follow you everywhere in case you require assistance with anything. But it is almost time for breakfast, Princess Emalaigne. Emalaigne frowns and looks at me. I am so sorry. What is she apologizing for? Good morning. Good morning. It seems I have already met your personal maid. The king's eyes widen as soon as he spots me. You look familiar. Does he recognize me? I feel a little tremble in my heart as soon as I consider that hope. Are you not the girl who came to the gates before? I deflate with a sound of sigh. He remembers me as the peasant. This is the first time I'm meeting you as Emalaigne's personal maid. What is your name? Lucette. That is a lovely name. We're glad to have you here, Lucette. The king gives me a warm smile. The softness of his gaze makes me angry. He never treated me so kindly when he remembered me as his own daughter. Emalaigne takes her seat when I walk to stand at the walls beside the other maids and butlers. The door opens and Rod walks inside. He greets the king, Ophelia, and then his sister. He's just about to take his seat when his eyes suddenly fall on me. The shock is apparent on his face. Rod, is something wrong? I say that there is a new maid on staff. His tone is almost accusatory. I bristle at his words and am about to say something when Ophelia speaks. She's Emalaigne's new personal maid, Lucette. Rod stares at me for a few moments, his expression unreadable. Eventually he moves to take his seat. I stand still and watch the royal family eat their breakfast. The small area is filled with a happy conversation. The four of them smile at each other when they speak, and it is easy to see how comfortable they are with one another. When I was still here, our meals were always so quiet. But everyone looks so happy now. I bite my lip to will the heavy feeling away. Rod told me that before, but I did not want to believe him. I turned back to the conversation at hand. We have something very important to discuss with you, emalaigne. Oh? I have brought this up before, but now the matter is more pressing. Is it about... Yes, this is about the ball. Ophelia gives the king a disapproving look. Dear, I know it seems like a strange proposition, but it is a royal tradition. Emalaigne is at a suitable marrying age, and this ball may yet help her find a suitor. But a husband? Emalaigne's cheeks are tinted pink. A royal ball for Emalaigne? For her to find a husband? I would never have agreed to such a thing. The king never forced me into one because he knew that. I will not force you to marry someone you do not love, emalaigne. We agreed on this ball to uphold tradition. All eligible bachelors will be invited in 4 months' time, and you will choose the man you want to court you. I did find my true love through a ball, after all. He glances at Ophelia, who responds with a fond smile. Her expressions fall back into something more worried than... Oh, Okay, hold on. I'll just get another water break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Till then, I'll just go to the menu. No, menu. Sorry, back. Menu. Okay, I'll be back. I'll see you in a bit. I'm back. Okay. Let me continue. I did find my true love through a ball after all. He glances at Ophelia, who responds with a fond smile. Her expressions fall back into something more worried when she looks at her daughter. But what if I can't choose anyone? We will throw one ball as per tradition. We will not force you into another ball if you do not find a good suitor. But we must uphold traditions at least once. Perhaps this will push you to think more about the future. I will not put any added pressure on you, emalaigne, but I would be happy to see grandchildren before I have to give up my throne. I'm not getting any younger, you know. Oh dear. Father! I can tell the king is trying to make light of the situation, but there is an undertone of the seriousness. Emalaigne eventually sighs, then slowly nods. I understand. My gaze shifts to Rod in search for reaction, but his expression is impassive. No reaction at all. Does he know this was going to happen? Did he know? My bad. But can I really be the princess of the kingdom of Angiel deserves? I feel so unprepared. You are the crown princess of Angiel. You must be confident. Emalaigne looks down, looking genuinely distressed. I'm finished. May I be excused? Wait, I'm finished? Okay. But sweetheart, you barely touched your food. You may. Emalaigne stands up and ducks into a quick curtsy before rushing from the room. I do not move until I feel Rod's glare on me. I realize that I am meant to follow Emalaigne. Excuse me. I curtsy and follow after Emalaigne. I barely make it a few steps away from the dining hall before the door flies open and Rod is rushing after me. What are you doing here? I'll just answer him, honestly, but just in case. I'm here to break my curse. You expect me to believe that when you had people offering to help at the Martian? Rod's expression changes, anger clear in his eyes. No, I know why you are really here. What are you talking about? You thought you might take back what is rightfully yours, didn't you? You had no qualms about hurting my family again. I stare at him, nonplussed by his accusations. I carefully quell the simmering anger inside me. The last thing I want is to be fired before I break my course. I'm not here to hurt anyone, so stop accusing me of such things. We glare at each other in silence. I had always thought that Rod was closed off and quiet, but his emotions are always blazing in his eyes. You shouldn't be here. Rod steps back, but his gaze is still fierce. I do not have time for this. I'm going to find Emalaigne. Why? So I can insult her? No, because it's my job. No, because it is now my job to attend to her. Excuse me. The last place I expect to find Emalaigne is in the throne room. Much to my surprise, I find her standing alone inside, staring up at the throne. Oh! When she turns to face me, she has a guilty expression on her face. I'm sorry. What is she apologizing for? I was very rude earlier, walking out on everyone at breakfast. Emalaigne gazes back at the throne and sighs. I'm sure any other girl would be happy to have a ball. I mean, it's something out of a fairy tale. But She sighs once again and looks down at her clasped hands. It all sounds so perfect in the fairy tales. 3 days is all it takes before everyone's found their true love. But I don't think that's how it works out in real life, do you? I have nothing to say in response when Emalaigne turns a beseeching gaze to me. I just don't know how I'm ever supposed to marry someone I barely even know. Is that really what it means to be the crown princess? Isn't this precisely what you wanted? Excuse me? When your mother married the king, you became a princess. You went from rags to riches overnight. Girl, I cannot keep the bitterness from my voice as I speak. Your life is playing out like Cinderella's, is it not? All you are missing are the glass slippers, and even then I'm sure the king could arrange for a pair. I cannot understand why you're so unhappy. Neither can I. Emalaigne turns away from me to face the throne once more, and the sunlight streams through the windows. I see something shining on her cheeks. Is she crying? I'm so ungrateful. Lucette, what would you do? What? If you were in my place, if you became the crown princess overnight, would you go through with the ball? For the sake of Angel's tradition? For the sake of your role? I would never do anything so worthless. The king never brought up the subject with me. He most likely knew I would have refused. Emalaigne suddenly pats her cheeks and turns to me, a wry smile on her face. I could do with some fresh air. Shall we go to my friend's shop in town? We have only just exited the throne room when Emalaigne stopped short and I almost bumped into her back. Oh! Your Highness, what a pleasant... Sir Maithros abruptly stops to stare at me. Why is Sir Maithros looking at me so intently? I'm gonna drink some more water real quick. I'll be right back. My brain is not draining. Why is Sir Maithros looking at me so intently? Is something the matter, Sir Maithros? No, nothing at all, Your Highness. I am just... amused. Amused? Oh, you haven't met my new maid. This is Lucette. Lucette. There's something in Sir Maithros' gaze that I do not trust. The silence is stifling, so I curtsy at him. So. Charming. Sir Maithros turns his attention back to Emalaigne. Where are you off to on this pleasant day? Oh, I'm just off to visit a friend. Make sure to bring your guards with you, Princess. Of course. I wonder what's taking him so long. Wait, what? Emalaigne decided to invite Rod just to join us on her visit. One of the guards offered to get Rod for her, but he still has yet to return. Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong button. Hold on. Another stands with us by the gates, ready to escort us into town. Why does the king even keep these incompetent fools if they cannot find a single person? Maybe we should go look for Rod. But then, what if he gets here as soon as we go searching for him? I sigh. I will go look for him, you can stay here. But you don't need to run errands for me. She has yet to ask me to do anything. What does she think a maid even does? I look at her solemnly, not answering her. Finally she relents. Thank you, Lucette. I incline my head just slightly before walking off. I feel like a babysitter. I cannot believe I had to search for Rod. This is only slightly better than being dragged around by that broom. I turn around the corner and nearly bump into someone. I take a few steps back just in time. Princess? I look up in shock. Fritz's surprise mirrors my own. Where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. He pauses to stare at my clothing. Why are you wearing a maid's uniform? Fritz, do you remember who I am? I would never forget you, Princess Lucette. But it does seem like I'm the only one who remembers you. What's going on, Princess? The only people who remembers me are the witches, fairies, and Fritz, are you? I stop when I hear the sound of approaching footsteps. Fritz turns at the sound and stoops low into a formal bow when he sees Rod. Your Highness. Oh, little bow. For that. Doop. Rod's impassive face twists with annoyance when he sees me. Rod does not even acknowledge Fritz as he walks past him to stop in front of me. Shouldn't you be attending to my sister? I don't understand. Prince Rod, do you know why the princess is dressed like this? Rod is clearly just as surprised as I am that Fritz remembers me. You recognize her? You remember the princess too? But if you knew, why wouldn't you say anything when she first went missing? And can someone explain to me why she's attending to Princess Emalaigne? This is Fritz. I cut him off before he can ask any more questions. I feel Rod's grace on my back as soon as I turn to look at Fritz. No more questions. But Princess, right now I am a palace maid. A what? It's a long story and I have no time to explain now, so do not ask. Fritz is clearly discontent. He seems to struggle for a few moments before he finally sighs and nods. Yes, Your Highness. Though it is nice to hear someone here speak my title, it will not do if Fritz calls me that on accident. It is just Lucette for now. But I turn to face Rod. Emalaigne is waiting. What? The guard could not even deliver her message? Where are you going? Emalaigne wants to visit her friend's shop in town and she wants you to go with us, Rod. Town? Ordinarily, I wouldn't mind Fritz joining us. But right now, he might just be unnecessary company. He may very well give me away. Rod barely wants to speak with me if it's just the two of us. I thought Fritz would make him more sociable. I'm assuming that accompanying you is not an option at this point. Yes. Fritz looks down for a moment before looking at Rod. I'm sorry to ask this of you, Your Highness, but since she refuses to let me do so, please look after Princess Lucette in my place. Ridiculous, I do not need to be coddled. Even if I did, Rod couldn't care less if I'm hurt. I will do my best, so Fitzgerald. I cannot tell if he is being genuine or not. Fritz bows to the both of us. Stay safe, Lucette. And you, Your Highness. Your Highness. I just said your oi. Anyways. Roy turns and begins to walk away without another word. Come on. Rod is silent as we make our way back to the palace gates. I'm still thinking about what he said to Fritz earlier. Why would Rod agree to Fritz's request? Because he just wanted him to leave? I stare at Rod's back as he walks in front of me. Sometimes I cannot figure out what he's thinking. Rod! Lucette! Emalaigne beams when she catches sight of us. Are you ready? Rod crosses his arms. He does not look very happy with his sister. Even though Rod is younger, I cannot help but think that he often sounds like the older of the two. I am busy, Emalaigne. I can't keep dropping everything whenever you want to leave the palace. I'm sorry, but I really just needed some fresh air today. You can get plenty of fresh air at the palace grounds. I felt I needed to be off the palace grounds. Emalaigne's face drops as she looks down at the ground. Rod lets out an exasperated sigh before stepping inside the carriage. Come on. Rod? Just for now, okay? Thank you! I love Emalaigne. I soon come to realize that it is easier to walk around town now that everyone has forgotten who I am. The atmosphere around town feels brighter. All these frightful stares are gone. Princess Emalaigne! Oh, how are you doing? Is your wife feeling better? Emmeline has responded to the most of the people who know her. She seems to know a good majority of the people in town. I hang back as Emmeline speaks with the man. The night escort hovers somewhere nearby, watching for disturbances. We are going to take longer than an hour if she continues like this. I am not going to rush her. Don't you need to return to the palace to continue whatever work it is you were doing? Rod raises an eyebrow at me. I do have to get back to my studies, but my family always comes first. If this makes Emmeline happy, then I will gladly come with her to town. It's a small thing. Happy? I look more closely at Emmeline. She is smiling, but then she always smiles. I do not understand. She's more at ease talking to the townspeople sometimes because they don't judge her. Why would she have to worry about being judged? It's clear that everyone adores her. Emmeline takes the man's hand in hers as she wishes him well. Rod points out the gesture. See that? That's goodness. You could learn something from my sister, Lucette. Is goodness pretending to be interested in the lives of strangers? Emmeline eventually says her goodbyes before walking towards a familiar store. This is the toy shop I visited with Emmeline and Rod before. I glance at Rod and notice the expression on his face. He seems conflicted. But why? But before I can ask, Rod marches in front of me and decisively pushes open the door. Ooh, bell sounds. When I enter, Emmeline is already hugging the shop girl, Viorica. Emmeline, you look as beautiful as ever. Oh please, I look the same. You on the other hand. Emmeline steps back before nodding, a bright smile on her face. Being in love suits you. When is the wedding? Wedding? She's already engaged? I catch a small movement in the corner of my eyes and turn to glance at Rod. I notice his fingers clench into a fist before he quickly hides his hand behind his back. Though his expression is as impassive as always, I notice a tenseness in his shoulders. Jessamine and I haven't set a date yet, but it should be soon. Would you... Viorica trails off when she notices the rest of us. Hello, Rod. Viorica. His tone is surprisingly static. Last time he was here, I was sure he sounded friendlier. Oh, I see what's going on. So what can I help you with, Emmeline? Looking for another doll? Another doll? But Emmeline is not interested in dolls. Oh no, I'm just here to see you. I can't stay for long since Rod has things to do. Emmeline, I will wait for you outside. Oh, okay. I know it is my job to follow Emmeline around, but I'm not at all interested in hearing her talk to this girl. Does she even want me here? I will stay. Before I can decide what I want to... Oh no, wait. Shoot. Before I can decide what I want to do, Emmeline has turned to look at me with a smile. This is Lucette. She just started working as my personal maid today. It is not like you to make a maid follow you around. Emmeline's expression quickly becomes apologetic. I'm sorry, Lucette. I realized I didn't ask if you wanted to come with us. I just expected you to tag along. Why is she apologizing? I meant to tend to her regardless of where she is, unless she dismisses me. I'm sure Lucette doesn't mind. It's a beautiful day today, after all. Emmeline turns to me and smiles. You don't have to wait with me if you don't want to, Lucette. I won't be long. I only wanted to see Viorica for a bit. I haven't been able to see her as often since I moved. Well, that's to be expected. Princess shouldn't be associating with shop. Well, that's to be expected. Princesses shouldn't be associating with shop girls like me. Viorica has a point. Why does Emmeline insist on this? But you're my best friend. I'm still not accustomed to the fact that I can't just visit you every day. Those are the good old days when we were still neighbors. I'd still live next to you if I could. Do you remember all these games of tags we used to play together when we were children? Remember how Rod always lost? The two girls laughed together at the shared memory, but I try not to roll my eyes. So they were childhood friends. Are you sure there's nothing I can help you with? We all turn at the sound of the door chimes as a customer walks in. Excuse me. One moment. Viorica turns to Emmeline with a guilty expression. I'm so sorry, but I have to take this. No, it's alright. I'll come see you another time. I promise we can talk for as long as you want next time. Emmeline smiles and hugs her friend in farewell. I follow closely behind Emmeline as she exits the shop. Rod pushes away from the wall as he has been leaning against Rod pushes away from the wall that he had been leaning against once he notices us leaving. Ready to go? Emmeline nods with a small smile. The two of us begin to make our way to the palace again. By the time we return to the palace, evening has fallen. I hope we are not late for dinner. Ooh, she's turned grey. Look at that. Wait, where was Emmeline? There, look at this color. And look at this. I hope we are not late for dinner. The minute the carriage was open, we are greeted by two familiar faces. Sir Alcaster and Sir Maithros stand before us. Princess Emmeline, Princess Rod, I was on my way to look for you when Prince Maithros informed me of your whereabouts. He glares at the knight escort and the knight shrinks back. Sir Alcaster turns sharply to me afterwards, his eyes narrowed. Why is he looking at me like that? I was getting late. It was getting late and the queen was worried. I'm so sorry. Princess Emmeline, Prince Rod, it is almost time for dinner. Please let me escort you inside. Sir Maithros gestures for them to follow him. I'm about to follow them when Sir Alcaster suddenly moves to block my path. His eyes are cold. He opens his mouth to say something, but then closes it and shakes his head. You are dismissed, girl. You may go back to your quarters. But that is an order. His gaze is piercing. Even when I was a princess, I was not able to stand up to that gaze. Yes, sir. Oh, did someone just chat? Oh, hold on. Oh my god. I might have missed this chat. Oh my god. Hello. Oh no, I did not upgrade my PC. I just changed the settings and this game is much lighter than the other games I usually play. Okay, I don't know if this was a recent message, so I'll just respond to you on chat real quick. Should I respond this in chat? I feel like it would kind of, anyways, let me just. I just changed my settings. And I think I was playing Genshin. There you go. Okay, back to the game. I should keep my chat open and check every few minutes because after dinner. Hold on. After dinner, I make my way back to the room assigned to me. As I walk down the hall, I notice Rod heading in my direction. Rod? He suddenly grabs my arms and pulls me away down the hall. Ah! Where are you taking me? Rod does not answer and just continues moving until we reach an unfamiliar door. What is going on? Rod cuts me off by placing a finger on my lips. He looks around warily before finally pulling me through the door with him. This place. I have heard of this place before, but I have never seen it. Is this the secret passage that leads into town? Rod does not answer me. He simply keeps walking, and I see no other option but to trail after him. How is it that you know this place? He still refuses to answer. Are you deaf? Rod suddenly stops, and I bump into his back. I stumble back with a scowl. You ask too many questions, because you refuse to answer any of them. I glare back at him until Rod makes an exasperated sound. Lady Parfait is the one who told me about this passage. It makes sneaking out of the palace easier. Parfait? She did not give me any explanation of how she knew of this place. There are only meant to be 2 copies of the keys. The king has one and Sir Alcaster has the other. Then why do you have a key? Don't tell me you stole it from the king. I am not a thief. Lady Parfait also has a copy. She saw it fit to provide me with the key for my own use. What? How does Parfait have a key to this place? You'll have to ask her that by yourself. Once we step into town, I realize this is where we are headed. I realize where it is that we are headed. We are going back to the Martian. Delora is the first person we see as soon as we enter the Martian. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Delora, you. Rod's glare silences me. He steps forward and points back to me, gaze icy. She is not staring at the palace. What? Delora raises an eyebrow. Why is that? She works there now. I do not know what game you are playing, but I will not be a part of it. Excuse me? This is not a game. I do not want you meddling in my life as you meddle with hers. The room's temperature drops several degrees. Delora stares at Rod, her expression suddenly lacking any emotion. With all due respect, Your Highness, I do not want to meddle with your wallowing. It's just because you do not wish to break your curse doesn't mean that others shouldn't want to. But just because you do not wish to break your curse doesn't mean that others shouldn't want to either. You should be humbled that our princess here thought you would be able to help her. Okay, hold on. Let me just try connecting to my on-screen chat because I feel like this is kind of... I'm missing stuff. Does this work? Connecting to chat and server? I was disconnected. Okay. With settings. Save. 3, 2, 1. Why am I disconnected? Okay, now I'm connected, but connected to what? Yeah, I do not know if it will show. We will see. Just because you do not wish to break your curse doesn't mean that others shouldn't want to either. You should be humble that a princess here thought you would be able to help her. Rod raises an eyebrow. Where's Lady Parfait? Of course you want to talk to Parfait because she puts things nicely. First I'll fetch her for you. Delora curtsies as she sweeps out of the room. Rod sighs. He clearly looks irritated, but he does not put a voice to his agitation. Now that we are alone in the empty room, the silence is deafening. So I ask him the question that has bothered me the most since we came here. Let me just menu. I want to save this choice. Why do you not want to break your curse? I do not need to explain myself to you. Do you even know how to break your curse? I do. So then why are you not doing anything? It's none of your business. I did not realize the anger inside of me at first, but then I noticed that my hands are fists and that I am shaking. Oh dear. You are angry at me for treating your family with unkindness, and you do not treat me with any respect or kindness either. Excuse me? I realize this is the angriest I've felt in a long time, and it makes words fall out of my mouth. I keep clicking the wrong button. You are guilty of the same disrespect you hold me accountable for. We are both being cruel to family, aren't we? Rod's eyes are ablaze as he stalks towards me. He stops right in front of me, his mouth pressed into a firm line. As you are so fond of telling emalaigne we do not share any blood, the only thing pulling us together is the king, and you do not share his morals. Remember this, Lucette. You will never be part of my family, and I will never see you as a sister. Rod storms out of the reception area just as Delora enters. Sorry, it looks like Parfait wasn't in. She pauses, then gives me a wry smile. Seems this partnership is going well. Oh no, she's smiling. I throw my hands up in anger. He is infuriating. Not as helpful as you thought. I was surprised you were asking for his help in the first place. All I have been doing today is following around emalaigne, and he still finds reason to snap at me. In his eyes, I can do nothing right, even though I am making an honest effort to break my course. Delora eyes me as she slides down in a chair. Has he told you anything about his course? Only that he knows how to break it. Delora sighs. Boys can be so secretive about the silliest things. Rod has been aware of how to break his curse from the very beginning. Then why hasn't he broken it? I have no idea. I think the only other person who knows the full terms and conditions of Rod's curse is Parfait. Parfait? Parfait has known Rod for a while. She convinced him to keep coming to the Martian even after he gave up on breaking his curse. Parfait also believes that working with you will convince Rod to try finding another way to break his curse. Another way? Don't ask me, I do not know much about this course either. But if you keep trying, you might convince Rod to talk. I doubt that very much. It seems that I am good. All that I am doing is convincing Rod that I do not deserve to break my own course. Delora looks at me curiously for a few moments, then she grins. I have an idea. If it isn't another terrible idea. Oh no, this one's much better. Okay, this does not sound good. I mean, it does sound good, but not something that Lucette would like. That's what I meant. I'll just stick around with you. Watch out for you. What? Delora, watch out for me? I knew it. The doll is back. Ta-da! I'm surprised that Delora suddenly stands before me in her doll form. There's no way you and Rod are going to sort yourself out without some kind of help. So I'll be tagging along. It's much easier when I'm travel-sized, Why do I feel like she'll only make things worse? Come on then. Delora somehow manages to jump into the front pocket of my apron. Oh no, I didn't read it. Which is thankfully large enough for me to fit her doll body. Let's go find us a prince and get ourselves back to the palace. Ooh. Okay, I need to save this. Hold on. It has been more than a week since Rod and I returned to the Martian. He has been avoiding me ever since that day. Not that we have much cause to be around each other nowadays, I am constantly on my feet preparing for Emmeline's ball. This is ridiculous. Better to be busy than bored, princess. I stop for a moment to better balance the pile of fabrics that I am carrying. One of the maids has ordered me to bring this to a designated room so that it can be sorted out. I am being reduced to fetching and carrying, and I have made no progress in accomplishing my first good deed. I doubt that simply following orders from the other maids will help me get my first good deed. I feel a shuffling in my pocket, and then I notice Delora peeking her porcelain face out. Better to obey rather than disobey at least. You're not going to get a good deed by being stubborn. Anyways, you've got to put yourself out there a bit more, princess. You can't just do whatever is convenient for you. That's not good. Delora has been no help at all. Oh, it's kind of loud for me. Oh dear. Wait, I recognize this place. Isn't this where your room is? I stop in front of the door to my old bedroom. Ever since I came here, I've been ignoring this room, not wanting to see what the king did to it during my absence. Do you not want to go in? Why should I? It's not as if it's my room anymore. Oh, you're no fun. Aren't you curious about how it's changed? I would be lying if I said I wasn't. I guess a little peek would not hurt. I step into the room and close the door behind me. It's like stepping into the past. The room is exactly as I left it. It seems completely untouched. Huh. What just happened? Moments later, Delora is standing before me in her human form. It looks like someone's been dusting here. Strange, considering no one should remember who this room even belongs to. I glance around, eyes wide. Everything looks the same. I put the fabrics that I'm carrying down into my bed to make specific way to the shelf where my dolls are displayed. My eyes pause on a specific doll. This one was not here before. Delora raises an eyebrow. Maybe you just don't remember that one because she wasn't very memorable? You do have a lot of dolls after all. No, I know each of my dolls by name. This one is definitely new. She looks very familiar to the dolls I saw at Viorica's shop. I quickly turn at the sound of the doorknob. My eyes move to Delora, but she's already turned to a doll and tucked herself into the corner of the shelf with the rest of my dolls. Emalaigne stands at the doorway, eyeing me curiously. Lisette, what are you doing here? I made a mistake and thought I was supposed to bring these fabrics here. I hope she does not see through my lie. Emalaigne shakes her head, smiling. It's not your fault, Lisette. You're still getting used to the palace and its many rooms. I got lost here all the time when I first arrived too. This room is interesting though. Father expressly ordered that it is kept clean but otherwise undisturbed. Why would he say that? He won't say why, but apparently this room is very special to them. Maybe it belonged to someone he cherished. Cherished? What a joke. So I cannot help but feel hope at a suggestion. I don't think father would like either of us being in here. We should leave soon. I only came here to put a ribbon on one of those dolls. One of the dolls? Yes, I put one of my dolls here. She walks past me to pick up the doll I did not recognize. I bought this. I know Emalaigne always visited Viorica, but I did not think she liked dolls. She always preferred receiving and buying books. So why does she have this doll? Do you like dolls? Well, I mean, I don't mind them, but I don't usually buy them for myself, no. So why did you buy this one? Emalaigne looks at the doll with a sad smile and shakes her head. I'm not sure. I bought it as a gift, I remember that much. I was going to give it to someone who liked dolls, someone I wanted to befriend. I don't know why, but it feels right to leave the doll here until I remember whom I was meant to give it to. Emalaigne is silent for a moment before she turns to me with a bright smile. I know you have a delivery to make, but could you please come with me to the palace entrance first? Mother's still busy talking with the cooks so the fabrics can wait. I resist the urge to glare at her. She better not be dragging me around to do yet more errands. I'm expecting a delivery and I might need your help. I thought so. I have no choice but to nod. Of course. I begrudgingly follow Emalaigne. Okay, I need to drink water. I'm feeling dry. I'll be back. I'm back. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. I begrudgingly follow Emalaigne towards the entrance, and there I see the delivery carriage. A familiar person stands beside it. Hold on, let me just adjust my laptop so I can see better. Okay, there you go. Viorica. Emalaigne pulls Viorica into a tight hug. I turn my attention away to glare at the number of boxes at the back of the carriage. I will no doubt have to help them carry. Oh no, I will be back. I will no doubt have to carry them inside. How are the preparations for the ball coming? Emmeline's smile seems forced at first, but she then eases into something softer. It's going well, I suppose. What about the wedding? Jessamine and I have finalized the date. It will be 2 days after your ball. Ooh, okay, I actually think I know what Rod's curse is. So he has a little mermaid curse, right? I think he liked Viorica. Wait, when's the date? It'll be 2 days after your ball. I can't wait to see you in your wedding dress. These two always talk so much when they get together. I ignore their chatter and walk up to the carriage to observe the boxes piled inside. What's in the boxes? Oh! Viorica reaches out to grab one. She hands it to me. I'm helping with the ball decorations. I came by with a part of the order today. Part of it? Careful, it's a bit heavy. I take the box from her hands and nearly stumble. This is heavy! Emalaigne should have the male servants do this. Queen Ophelia placed quite a large order. I brought the more fragile decorations first. Oh, the glass baubles and vases? I grit my teeth as I shift the box in my arms in an attempt to make it easier to hold. I thought you worked at a toy shop. Yes, but we also have aisles dedicated specifically to party decorations. What kind of toy shop is that? Lucette, will you be alright? I feel annoyance simmer within me. I'm obviously not alright. Emalaigne reaches out to help me with the box, but she is too late. I've only taken one step forward when the box slides and I stumble. I manage to cradle it in my arms, but the weight is too much for me. Before I hit the ground, I feel strong arms around my waist, pulling me back upright. The box is taken from me. Oh! Wait, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that real quick. Did I get it? Okay, I think I got it now. My heart and mind are racing, and for a moment I cannot comprehend what had just happened. Are you alright? Rod? Oh dear. I glance to the side and I'm shocked to see Rod standing there. The expression on his face gives nothing away, but with a close distance I can see some flicker of emotion in his bright eyes. Concern? I am... Lucette, I'm so sorry, are you okay? Rod pushes me and I stumble forward, almost tripping on the ground. He raises an eyebrow at me. Know your limits, Lucette. I glare at him as anger begins to bubble in my chest. Okay, I want to tell him off, but I know that's not going to be a good thing. But I'm going to save this. What is this? Tell him off. Pushing people like that is not something a good prince would do. I do not bother to hide the anger of my voice. It was a nudge. So that was very cruel of you, Your Highness. Anger flares up in Rod's eyes as he takes a step towards me. Oh, look who's talking. Rod, stop that! Rod turns away from Emalaigne, ignoring her. Viorica, what are you doing here? Rod's voice is still cold. Viorica looks startled by his tone. I only came to deliver some of the decorations for the ball. And you thought Emalaigne and her maid could carry these things on their own? Rod, this is not her fault. I'm the one who chose to bring Lucette with me. I underestimated the size of the delivery. Eureka was just delivering the surprise. At least she admits to her mistakes. I never thought Rod would be so stubborn. Emmeline's expression softens as she looks at her brother. She looks sad. Rod ignores her and picks up the box that I had been carrying. He begins to walk away before he suddenly stops and glances back at me. Come on. Rod? We're going to call some servants to carry these boxes in. He turns around and begins to walk away. I'm Emmeline's personal maid, not his. I glance at Emalaigne, who nods her head. I really am so sorry. Thank you for helping my brother, Lucette. I curtsy ever so slightly before running after Rod. Rod, wait. He picks up his pace as if trying to lose me. I turn the corner and barely stop myself before running right into Rod's back. What now? Why are you so angry at me today? I have barely even spoken to you. Your mere presence is enough to darken my mood. I glare at him and cross my arms. Funny, you call me cruel, but right now you are worse than I ever was. I don't need someone who hasn't even managed a single good deed to lecture me. I have to try very hard to resist the urge to slap him. He was supposed to help me get a good deed. Actually, Lucette, I do not agree with that. As I said before, I have never agreed to this. I still refuse to help you. Rod starts walking again and I hurry after him. I cannot help but recall how cold he was with Eureka earlier. I thought they were friends, but he treated her like this at the toy shop too. Why were you so angry with Eureka earlier? No reason. I raise an eyebrow when Rod quickly answers the question. Then you were cold for no reason? You surely have such a princely disposition. Rod frowns, but he has no rebuttal for my words. You must be generally cold and unfriendly. Excuse me? That would explain why you treated Eureka as you did. I thought you two were childhood friends. Eureka was always closer with Emalaigne than with me. We may have been friendly once, but we have since become distant. Distant? It is none of your business. I pause as we pass by my door, remembering that I left both the fabrics and Delora inside. I make my way inside toward the door and open it. What are you doing? None of your business. Enjoyed your field trip? I frown when I see her sitting on my bed in human form. What would you have done if it wasn't me? Us witches have a sense for these things. Delora? Rod slowly enters the room. It's nice to see you here, Lady Delora. Nice to see you too, little Sebby. Why are you here? Delora shrugs as she inspects her nails. I thought I would help the princess here since someone here doesn't seem very willing. Rod furrows his eyebrows at her. I didn't. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You didn't sign up for this. But do you really think you have a choice, Rod? Delora looks at Rod pointedly. You do know the consequences if it fails. Rod looks away, expression conflicted. Consequences? What are you talking about? Consequences for not helping me with my course? Rod sighs heavily before turning back to Delora. He does not pay attention to me. I'm not the right person for this. Doesn't matter what you think. The princess thought you were, so suck it up and do your job. Rod is silent for a few moments before he finally faces me, looking resigned. I'll help you then. But don't expect me to change my opinions of you. I shrug at him. It's not like I was expecting you to in the first place. Delora grins with clear triumph. Good talk. Rod sighs. In order to achieve your good deeds, you're going to need to mend what you broke before. I feel I already know what he's going to say. My sister has always wanted to be a friend, so you must do just that. Oh, I need to drink some more water. Show her kindness and you may be able to get your first good deed through her. Oh, let me do that again real quick. Show her kindness and you might be able to get your first good deed through her. Show her kindness, huh? Delora decides to stay in my room for the time being. Seeing that she believes Rod will be able to help me for now. Later I make my way on the dining room with the fabrics and see Emalaigne and Ophelia inside. Lucette! Ah, I see you have the fabric. Thank you. Ophelia takes the topmost sample of the fabric and begins to inspect it as Emalaigne walks up to me. Where's Rod? He returned to his studies. Oh right, he has history lessons today, and I'm yet to finish my history homework, which is due tomorrow. As Emalaigne muses aloud, I ponder what Rod told me earlier. I must become Emalaigne's friend, but is that really a good deed? I hope Rod didn't send the servants out because he went back to his room. I wanted to tell him that Viorica and I had already called on guards to bring the boxes inside. Maybe he decided to start his lessons earlier so he could make your dance lessons this so that he could make your dance lesson this evening. Dance lesson? Father wanted to hire the best dance instructor in Angel, but I honestly feel more comfortable with Rod teaching me. He's a good dancer, so Father has allowed it. That is a surprise. I did not know Rod could dance. He used to prefer singing, but then Ophelia trails off. I know that she's talking about the fairy tale course, but I do not expect her to divulge such information to a maid like myself. He decided to focus on his dancing for the past few months. Ophelia glances at down at the fabrics and then looks up at me. Lucette, would you mind helping me with this? I obediently walk over to the fabrics Ophelia wants me to look through. There are apparently samples for the tablecloth that would be used during the ball. This is going to be a long day. Rod comes immediately to the throne room after his history lessons to start on his dance lessons with Emalaigne. I'm only standing here because it's my responsibility as a personal maid to watch over her as she practices. I watch as she steps out of rhythm and Rod sighs at her. You're doing it wrong. That is the 10th time. Sorry. Again. They start from the beginning and I am unable to stifle my own sigh, and Emalaigne messes up the same step again. This would make it the 11th time. I really am terrible at this. Would you rather have the royal dance instructor teach you? He has more experience teaching than I do. Oh no, I really do want you to teach me, Rod. Oh dear. I'm sorry that I'm such a slow learner. You're always good at everything. Singing, dancing, cooking. Prince Rod cooks? Wait. Yes, Rod does cook. He's very good at it. You didn't have to tell her that, Em. Does it really matter? I love bragging about how talented my little brother is. I see a tinge of pink in Rod's cheeks as he turns away. He looks like a blush. Is he embarrassed? Emalaigne looks down at the floor, her smile smaller. I wish I was as talented as you, Rod. I had always thought Emalaigne was overly optimistic. She always seemed to bounce back with a smile, no matter how many times I push her away. Now I cannot help but reconsider that thought. Still, seeing her like this only irritates me. Pitying yourself will get you nowhere. Not everyone can be perfect at everything when they first start out. I remember when Mother gave me similar lessons. She was always such a harsh teacher, and she hated it when I showed weakness in front of her. She made me keep practicing until I had perfected whatever it was she wanted me to do. Failure was never an option. I never had time for self-pity. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, just try harder. Let failure inspire you to do better. Lucette, she's right, Rod. Instead of complaining, I should be working harder. I let out an exasperated sigh and crossed my arms. You always look at your feet whenever you reach the underarm turn. Instead, focus on counting your steps and let Prince Rod lead you. Worrying too much on your next step is what puts you off rhythm. Emalaigne stares at me. Can you dance, Lucette? I can. Why? Okay, I'll just get another water break and I will be back in 5 minutes. Just be patient with me, thank you. See. Oh, I'm back. Oh, hold on. Let me just adjust this. It's kind of uncomfortable to hold it. Okay, I think this is a good spot. Let me go back. I can. Why? Wow, that's amazing. There's nothing amazing about my being able to dance. Her praise makes me embarrassed regardless. Maybe I could learn faster seeing someone else do the dance first. What are you talking about? It might be easier to copy the steps if I have someone perform them first. She turns to me suddenly, eyes bright. Would you help me? I meant to assist Emalaigne in any way that I can, but dancing with her brother? Surely a lowly maid should not be doing this. Even if I do agree, I doubt Rod would ever want to dance with me. You cannot learn how to dance by watching someone. You have to practice the steps yourself. But if you need a break, you can just say so, Em. Not really. I find it easier to learn through visuals. Sorry for making you uncomfortable, Lucette. Let's just continue our practice, Rod. Wait, let me go back. I kind of want to see what happens if I agree. Dun, 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 skipping. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, menu. I will save this here. I will accept. Well, if I do accept, at least I can prove that I am the better dancer than Rod. Besides, I am supposed to be listening to Emalaigne no matter how absurd her requests are. If that's what you want. Really? Emalaigne rushes up to me and takes my hand in hers. Thank you, Lucette. I thought it would be an awkward request, but I'm glad you have agreed to this. I turn to look at Rod, who's glowering at me. I am not dancing with her. She might step on my feet. Emalaigne gives him a disapproving look. Rod, please. Rod eyes me warily. I step towards him and offer my hand. Shall we? Rod scowls at me for a few moments before finally taking my hand. I put my hand on his shoulder, but he places his hand on the small of my back. Rod looks at me, but quietly averts his gaze. Is something wrong? I didn't think I would ever have to dance with you is all. Oh, did he look away? Oh, he did. Okay. Neither did I. Rod looks at me again. This time he has an uncomfortable scowl on his face. He's not the only one uncomfortable here. We both start dancing and I mentally start counting the steps. It's been a long time since I danced with anyone, but the steps come to me naturally. The dance is rather simple. While Rod and I move stiffly, I cannot help but notice his careful footwork. I realize that Rod really is a pretty decent dancer. Of course, I would never openly admit that. When we stop, I hear Emalaigne clapping her hands as she looks at the both of us in awe. You really are a good dancer. Thank you so much for showing me the steps. Now I know for sure what to do during that part. I just shrug at her before stepping back into the corner. Emalaigne takes her position in front of Rod once more. This time she has a bright smile on her face. I cannot believe something as simple as that had made her so happy. At the end of the day, Emalaigne has managed to do the steps correctly. She tells me many times how grateful she is for the help. After practice, I return to my room and retire to bed. I think about how happy Emalaigne was. How can such small things make a person so happy? You stepped out of rhythm again, Lucette. But mother, this is really hard. A princess never complains. You must perfect this waltz by tomorrow, otherwise I will not allow you to play with your dolls for the day. But if you have time for objections, you have time to push yourself harder. Now once again from the top. What on earth? Wait, what is this? I didn't get that. Screenshot. Oh, whatever. Yoink. Did I get it? I feel like I didn't get it. The following days are uneventful. Emalaigne continues her dance lessons with Rod. Her steps are far from perfect, but I can tell she has improved since my demonstration with Rod. Meanwhile, Rod still chooses to ignore me for most of the time, though I have noticed that he is less cold than usual. At least he does not snap at me for no good reason anymore. Though Delora is no longer assisting me, she insists on staying in my room more often. She says that there is something important she wants to investigate, and I cannot even guess what that might be. I prefer not having her around anyways. Her constant chattering makes it difficult to focus on anything. Right now, I am still trying to figure out how I can achieve my first good deed. Among 3 months have passed since I was first cursed, and I have yet to complete my first good deed. These are my thoughts as I head back to the sleeping quarters after dinner that night. Emalaigne excused me long ago, insisting that I go to my own room before she went to hers. I am walking down the hallway before I notice Rod heading down a familiar path. I follow after him. Are you going to the Martian? Rod jumped and turned around. The surprise in his face quickly fades into annoyance. Don't do that again. And no, not today. Since I came here, I found out that Rod occasionally sneaks out of the palace at night through the secret passageway to go to the Martian. Even now, I am still confused as to why he goes there. He said before that he had given up on breaking his curse, which makes me wonder why he still visits. It also makes me wonder why he would refuse to break his curse in the first place. Is he okay with being the way he is, or is his curse just really difficult to break? Why were you cursed, Rod? I'm not answering that question. Why? I cannot help you break your curse if you refuse to tell me anything. I told you before that I do not need your help. But I chose you as my partner. You help me and I help you. It is highly likely that breaking Rod's curse will also count as for a good deed. Rod scowls at me and crosses my arms. His arms. I'm afraid that this isn't how this works at all. The sound of footsteps keeps me from coming back with a retort. We both turn to see Sir Alcaster approaching us. Prince Rod, good evening. You stepped in front of him. Good evening, Sir Alcaster. Sir Alcaster turns to me and raises an eyebrow. Shouldn't you be attending to Princess Emalaigne? Rod silences me with a look. He moves to stand in front of me, shielding me from Sir Alcaster's gaze. We were just about to go to her. Let's call Lucette. Rod strides away and I quickly curtsies to Sir Alcaster before following after Rod. I can still feel Sir Alcaster's eyes on my back as I walk away. I try my best to suppress a shudder. Rod and I walk through the hallway in silence. We both stop in our tracks as we hear the clattering of silverware. I look around to realize that the sound has come from behind a set of doors that is slightly opening. The dining hall? Oh no! That's Emalaine's voice. We do not see Emalaigne when we enter the room, but there is a dizzying array of cutlery set out on the table. Emalaigne? Emalaigne surprises us both by crawling out from beneath the table. She flashes us an embarrassed smile as she gets to her feet, holding several forks and knives in her hands. What are you doing here? You should be getting ready for bed. Sorry. I eyed the silverware on the table. I thought I could practice before I sleep today. It has already been an incredibly long day for her and she is still doing this. I watch as Emalaigne puts the cutlery back on the table in the wrong places. You need to rest, Em. I will after I practice the placement one last time. She smiled at him before returning to the table. I don't know why a person would need so much cutlery. One fork, one spoon, and one knife should be more than enough for any meal. But all these glasses, if I recall correctly, this one's for water, this one's for red wine, this one, oh my, is for white wine. That flute is for champagne, the other's for sherry. Oh, right. But there are two more. The other's for juice and the other's for dessert wine. The dessert wine glass will only be used during the dessert course. And the juice glass is only used when juice is being served as a course. Otherwise, it is placed next to the water goblet. I see Rod staring at me out of the corner of his eyes. His lips twitch before he turns back to his sister. It looked like he was about to smile. Then what are these for? Emalaigne points out at the group of forks in front of her. You use those every day, Your Highness. You should know the answer. Emalaigne points at them as she rattles off names. Dinner fork, fish fork, salad. Correct. You know so much about etiquette too. You're really incredible, Lucette. You make a better noblewoman than I do. Even if I told her I was a noble, it's not as if she would believe me. I just read a lot about all these things. You read and know how to put them into practice? That's amazing. Especially since you haven't been with us so long, right, Rod? Rod shrugs. He does not, much to my surprise, disagree. Perhaps you should be my teacher, Lucette. I can learn so quickly from you. Emalaigne quickly straightens out the cutlery. Now that I think about it, I have come to realize that Emalaigne is much more than she appeared to be. It is probably because I am forced to spend so much time with her as her maid. She is different, she is flawed and not as conceited and more humble than I had originally thought. Maybe I should try lending her a hand. I may not be one of your tutors, but I will help you with your lessons. Just ask me and I will do what I can for you. Lucette? I glance at Rod, who is once again bearing that expression of surprise. I shift my attention to Emalaigne once again. You only have 1 month left to prepare, and as your personal maid, I feel it my responsibility to help you in whatever ways I can. Lucette, oh no, she's crying. Emmeline wipes her eyes with the back of her hand, and that's when I notice something glistening on her cheeks. Is she crying? You're extremely kind, Lucette. Thank you, I will definitely take you up on that offer. I'm still looking at Emmeline when I catch a faint glow coming from the pendant on my chest. What just happened? Wow, what a pretty necklace you have, Lucette. Thank you. Anyways, for now, I think the both of us would benefit from some sleep. I'm gonna drink some more water. Yay, where's my water bottle? I gotta place it somewhere around fridge. I guess I'll wait. After escorting Emmeline back to her room, I walk into the hallway in a daze. What was that light? It seems you actually managed to obtain your first good deed. Huh? I did not know he was still there. I look down my pendant, astonished by what I see. Oh, a piece of the glass slipper. I gingerly touch the new piece, which is hanging next to my existing glass slipper pendant. Oh dear. It is real. You're not too bad after all. Did he just compliment me? What? Not turns away. Nothing. He walks away, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Chapter 5, Secrets. Oh dear. Hold on, what? Yeah, I don't want to overwrite the save. I'll be back in a bit. Hold on. I'm back. How long did I make you guys wait for? Hold on, let me just check. Okay, it's been like 10 minutes. Up. Oh no, hold on. I'll be back. Okay, I think I'm back. Just gonna mute my phone because I actually exited the chat by accident. Okay. Oh no. Return? Okay. Alright. Good morning, Your Highness. Would you like to play with us? You want to play with me? Yeah, come play with us. We'll have lots of fun. We'll have lots of fun. Well, please, just for a little while. Maybe I can. Lucette, what are you doing here in front of the gates? Mother! Good morning, Your Majesty. We were just wondering if the princess wants to come play with us. No, Princess Lucette does not want to play with you. But Mother, I do. Enough idle chatter, we must go. It is time for your dance lessons. But, Lucette, do not make me repeat myself. Yes, Mother. It was still dawn when I wake up. As much as I want to continue sleeping, I have no choice to get up and prepare for the day. The last thing I need is an annoying lecture from the head maid. I have almost become accustomed to waking up this early, even if I do not enjoy it. As soon as my preparations are made, I begin to make my way towards Emmeline's room, should she wake early. I'm about halfway there when I hear familiar voices standing far ahead of me. Sir Alcaster and Sir Maitros. Are you sure it's going to work? Have a little faith in me, my friend. Friends? We are not friends. Sir Alcaster narrows his eyes and turns abruptly to look at me. Ah, Miss Lucette, was it? Sir Maitros, Sir Alcaster. Have you been eavesdropping, child? He has no reason to be angry at me. If they were talking about something confidential, they would not have been openly talking about it in the hallway. I am on my way to Princess Emmeline's room, sir. That is why I am here. I coolly look at Sir Alcaster, who looks like he is about to pop a vein. I cannot help but feel satisfied at his reaction. In just a few steps, he is suddenly looming over me. I've never seen Sir Alcaster look so angry before. What is going on? Rod is now walking towards us with a scowl on his face. Sir Alcaster notices this and quickly steps back. There was just a little misunderstanding, Your Highness. Rod glances at me, his eyes narrowing. Great, I am sure he's going to blame me for this too, even though I did nothing. Wait, what? What just happened? I missed it. Oh, okay, I think I didn't accidentally skip one, that's good. Much to my surprise, Rod puts himself between me and Sir Alcaster. Are you alright, Lucette? He's worried about me? I slowly nod. Rod turns back to Sir Alcaster and Sir Maitros. If you do not have any business with Lucette, I'll be taking her with me. Emmeline is already waiting for her. Sir Alcaster stares at me for a few moments before bowing down to Rod. Of course, Your Highness. Thank you. Rod turns to me again, his expression solemn. Shall we? He walks off before waiting for my reply. I look back at Sir Alcaster and Sir Maitros one last time before chasing after him. The both of us spend the next few minutes walking in silence. Rod has not said a thing since my encounter with Sir Maitros and Sir Alcaster. Are you okay? What? He has already asked me that before. Is he actually worried? I'm fine. I was surprised by the look on Rod's face at my response. His expression is soft, so unlike his usual scowl. Rod here is pretty worried about you, Princess. Sebi. Rod glares at Sebi, his cheeks tinged pink. Sebi chuckles. Sorry, Rod, your thoughts ring so loudly in your mind that I can't help but say them aloud. This is not the first time Sebi has told me about what Rod is thinking. Rod reaches out and pinches Sebi's face, his scowl returning. Ow, ow, ow! I'm sorry, okay, but next time try not to think too loudly. You said that Emily was waiting for me. I did not expect her to be up so early. Where is she? I lied. What? You lied to help me out in the situation? Why? Are you helping me? Why are you helping me? Because while you're here, you are my responsibility. I may load the role, but I will still uphold it. Besides, you don't need a reason to help someone in need. Help someone in need. I remember Faye and Delora telling me that hold on, I just drink water. I forgot to drink water when I took my last break. I'll be right back. I keep taking breaks. Okay, I'm back. I remember Faye and Delora telling me before that being good often involves helping others who are in need. Now that I've helped you, I'll be taking my leave now. I have fencing lessons to attend. Rod starts to walk off, but then stops and turns back to me. Don't get yourself into more trouble. I won't be there all the time to save you. I glare at him and cross my arms. I'm not some damsel in distress, Your Highness. I do not need your help. Rod snorts before turning away from me and walking away. Later that day, I watch Emalaigne finish her etiquette lessons. I can tell that the teacher is impressed with her progress. Emalaigne is able to correctly name all the glasses and cutlery. She's not so slow a learner. I had come back here earlier in the day to better teach Emalaigne about proper dining etiquette. It turns out that my lesson was valuable. You have shown great improvement, Your Highness. I am glad that you have been so diligent with your studies. No doubt you'll be ready for the ball soon. Emalaigne smiles, her cheeks turning pink. Thank you. I wouldn't have been able to done it without the help of a friend. Emalaigne glances at me briefly and smiles gently. I really hope a lot. That is wonderful. I'm so glad you have such a dedicated friend, Your Highness. Friend? Is that really what I am to her? But princes do not have maids as friends. A royal does not mingle with commoners, especially not with servants. Mother told me that before. Emalaigne does not treat me as a maid, but she cannot possibly think of me as a friend. After the teacher gives Emalaigne several books to study for the next lesson, she ends the lesson and excuses herself. Emalaigne approaches me and grasps my hands. Thank you so much, Lucette. I wouldn't have passed without your help. All I did was repeat the things your teacher taught you. But you're different. I raised an eyebrow at her. Different? I tend to get nervous in my lessons. My teachers are strict and intimidating. I cave beneath the pressure. But with you, I feel more comfortable around you. It's probably because we're almost the same age and your lessons feel more casual. So thank you, I am very grateful to you. She looks down at the ground shyly. I hope it's alright that we're friends. I narrow my eyebrows at her. Why would you even want to be friends with a maid? You're supposed to be making friends with the nobles, not the servants. Emalaigne frowns and I can feel her deflate. She walks towards the windows and sighs. I tried. They may not say anything, but I can feel them silently judging me. I wasn't born a princess and I feel that they judge everything I do. They think that I smile too much, that I'm not regal enough. They think I'm too clumsy or too cheerful. But Emalaigne definitely does not act like a noble. I cannot say I blame the nobles for being skeptical of her. Being with them suffocates me. I do my best to act like a princess, but the way they all look at me, it's as if they are waiting for me to make a mistake. Then they'll all have an excuse to jeer at me. Every girl dreams of being. Every girl dreams of becoming a princess, and yet this is not my dream. I really just miss being a normal girl. I miss my freedom. I look at her, thoughtful. I think I can understand what emalaigne is feeling. Just like me, she was thrown to a world she was not ready to be a part of. Right now, we have no choice but to fit in. She never wanted my title in the first place, yet I accused her of stealing it. Have you told your mother how you feel? Emalaigne shakes her head. No, not the king either. I don't want them to think that I'm ungrateful. That's why I'm trying my best to become accustomed to all this. Across my arms. But you are not happy. I'm not. Everyone just assumes I'm happy because I smile a lot. She barely opens up to anyone, yet she opened up to me. Had I been given the choice before I was cursed, I would have never listened to her. You should tell them how you feel rather than keep it to yourself. Otherwise, the stress will continue to accumulate on your shoulders. I wish I could be more honest with them. I really do. I envy you for being able to speak your mind. She envies me? Emalaigne takes a deep breath and sighs. The frown fades with a sigh and is quickly replaced by a fragile smile. I'm sorry for ranting to you like that. I must have bored you with my story. I used to get so annoyed with her, but now I have seen this side of her. I suppose she is not as terrible as I had first thought. Oh, I remember that mother wanted me to see me after my lessons today. Allow me to escort you to the queen then. Thank you. I think he's showing his picture because I'm on his route right now. Man, I'm not even doing this because I'm interested in the guy. Days pass without any real conflict. I run into Sir Alcaster again in the hallways, but his eyes pass over me as if I'm something to be ignored. Delora, who had been ignoring me as she had been busy with other priorities, returned to the Martian yesterday to discuss something important with Parfait. It is not as if she has been any help since she came here. She mostly stays in my room while I run around doing errands for emalaigne and taking on other chores as they are handed to me. Right now, I'm headed to the palace gates as I hurry to meet emalaigne. She's going out of town to meet Viorica again, and I was told to meet her here. Lucette! I turn around to see Fritz walking in my direction. Ever since I told him to refer to me by my name, he has been stumbling over, not using my title. I rarely see him, but when I do, we do not have much time to discuss anything. Can I help you with anything, Fritz? It's been a while. Have you managed to complete one of your good deeds? Days after I had originally run into Fritz, I managed to have a quick conversation with him regarding my course. It has been a long time since the conversation happened. Recently, I have barely seen Fritz. I hear rumors that he has been reassigned somewhere outside the palace. I show him my pendant and point at the piece of the second glass slipper. I managed to get one several days ago. Lucette, that's wonderful! Oh dear. Oh wait, but I haven't had any options, so I guess I might as well keep that there. Let me look at my first one. These save files are low-key confusing me. I haven't started with Karma yet, so I will delete that save. Or Rumpel, I will delete his save as well. I wish I could copy this over there. think this thing can kind of be deleted. I'll clean this up later. Lucette, that's wonderful. I knew that you could get one. Only 2 more and then I can break this curse. Ah, Fritz, Miss Lucette, I did not think the 2 of you were acquainted. We both turn our heads at the same time and Maestro suddenly appears from around the corner, the usual smile on his lips. Sir Maestros. Fritz, I believe Sir Alcaster is looking for you. Right, sorry, Lucette. I must take my leave now. Of course. Fritz bows to Sir Maestros before walking off, leaving me alone with Sir Maestros. Maestros does not say anything but continues to smile at me. The staring makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. Is there something on my face? Excuse me? I curtsy and start to walk off when Sir Maestros calls my name. Lucette. Yes? I just wanted to thank you for your hard work and dedication to our princess. I look at him puzzled by his sudden gratitude. Don't worry, everything will soon be remedied. Excuse me? My apologies, I did not mean to keep you. He completely ignores my question. He dips his head slightly before turning and walking away, the smile still on his face. He's creeping me out. What was that all about? Oh dear. Okay, I'll save this file. Rod and Emalaigne are already waiting for me outside the carriage by the time I arrive at the palace gates. Rod has his arms crossed and looks at me irritable. His face is perpetually stuck in that scowl, it seems. You are late. My apologies. You are so grumpy and you have been late many times before too, Rod. Rod just shrugs his shoulders as he turns and heads into the carriage. Emalaigne sighs before looking at me. Shall we? Of course. Ooh, I love this background. The 3 of us sit in silence as the carriage rolls towards the town. The knight assigned us to guard duty by sitting out front with the driver, watching for any disturbances. Emalaigne glances forlornly at one window while Rod silently looks out the other as he rests his chin on the palm of his hand. I notice Emalaigne pausing to glance at Rod every now and then, looking restless. Finally, she breaks the silence. Are you still mad that I asked you to come along to visit Viorica? You could have declined the invitation, Rod. And if you could only tell me what happened between the 2 of you, I would do my best to remedy the situation. Rod noticed me looking at him and scowls. He returns his moody gaze to the window. I have nothing to say, Em. But you used to be good friends with Viorica too, Rod. But then, ever since you were... Emalaigne stops herself, but I know that she is referring to his curse. But after that day, you kept a distance from her. Then, when you found out about your wedding, you became even colder towards her. Even Viorica is worried about you, Rod. She worries that she might have offended you somehow. Emalaigne. There is a hint of warning in his voice. Oh my. Emalaigne. Actually, I don't know how to do it. Is it possible that Viorica is related to Rod's curse, considering the timing? Emalaigne opens her mouth again to say something, but then suddenly stops and returns to the window, her expression mirroring Rod's own gloom. We are all silent until we arrive at the toy shop. Emalaigne, good to see you again. And you too, Lucette, was it? I nod in acknowledgement. Viorica nods politely at the knight who stands guard at the shop door. It's just the 2 of you today? Emalaigne and I both turn around only to see that Rod has indeed vanished. Emalaigne frowns, looking both bewildered and disappointed. He was right behind us. I will go look for him. Thank you, Lucette. Just as I expected, Rod is leaning against the wall of an alley just outside the toy shop. I'll talk to him. Oh no. Oh dear. Hold on, let me just... And now I want to save it here. Actually, I think it's a good idea to clean up my saves right now. I will leave the first one blank. This one stays this way. And Rod chapter 3. I will load and enter this one. Yeah. Then skip. When's the first option coming? It's going to say answer him or avoid the question, right? So it's this one. Yes. That means this and this can be deleted. And now I will load this one. Put that in here. And this can be deleted. Now I load next page. This, yes. Then I will save this over here. And then go to the next. Wait, this is my bad. I'll save this right here. Then delete this one. Then I will load this one. Then I will save this here. So these are the same place. I will delete this save and this save. And this is where everything continues. I'm not sure if I missed any options, but we will see. Okay, now I'll return. When he does not answer, I cross my arms and raise an eyebrow. Wait, let me go back. Emily and Viorica are looking for you. When he does not answer, I cross my arms and raise an eyebrow. Do you hate Viorica that much? I don't hate her. Then why are you avoiding her? When we first came here, you actually were friendly with her, but recently, this doesn't involve you, Lucette. Fine. I will tell emalaigne that you will be in the carriage waiting for her then. When Rod doesn't answer, I sigh and start to head back to the shop. Princess Lucette! Rod and I turn at the sound of the familiar voice. Waltz pauses in front of us with a bright smile. It's nice to see you again, Princess. Waltz, what are you doing here? Well, I was about to deliver a letter to the prince, but I guess that won't be necessary anymore. A letter? Is Lady Parfait asking for me? Not just you, she wants to see the princess as well. Me? It has been a while since I've last been at the Martian. Is something wrong? They need to discuss something important with the princess. Come to the Martian tonight. Tonight? But we're already here, so why not now? Waltz's eyes shift to our carriage. We are here with Princess Emalaigne, yes? You can't make her wait too long. What they need to discuss with you is complicated and will take some time to explain. The toy shop door opens and Emalaigne stands in the doorway as she says her goodbyes to Viorica. Remember, tonight. These are Waltz's last words before he slips back into the crowd. Emalaigne's visit with Viorica was briefer than I thought it would be. Now all of us are headed back into the palace. Rod has not uttered a word on our way back. All I can tell is this is making Emalaigne agitated, and as she continues to keep glancing at Rod expectantly. If you have something to say, say it. Emalaigne stares at me. It is obvious you want to say something to Prince Rod. The only way to get your answers is to ask him directly. Rod does not turn around. It's as if he does not hear me. Emalaigne clasps her hands and sighs. Well, I glance at Rod, who still persistently stares out of the window, his eyes focused on nothing. He's pretending not to hear us. Oh, how mature. Rod. Viorica was sad that you weren't there today. She was certain that you stayed outside to avoid seeing her. What is going on with you? I'm not in the mood to answer your questions then. Emalaigne grips the edges of her dress, her expression becoming more rigid. You've been keeping secrets from us ever since you were cursed. We don't know why you were cursed or how to help you break it. Wait, the rest of his family doesn't know anything about the circumstances of Rod's curse? I had thought that he told them everything, but all they know is that he's cursed. We're a family, we're supposed to help each other through problems. Emalaigne's hands are shaking as she gazes at her brother. The carriage stops, and as soon as the servant opens the door, Emalaigne quickly steps out and rushes back towards the palace. Rod watches her go quietly, though his eyebrows are furrowed and he looks guilty. I silently shake my head at him before running after Emalaigne. Emalaigne stands in the hallway with her hands to her chest. She breathes slowly in and out, as if she's on the verge of tears. When she notices me behind her, she turns away and wipes her eyes with the back of her hand. I'm sorry for storming off like that. I was just very frustrated at Rod. I said something I shouldn't have said back there. If anyone finds out about this, they won't. Your secret is safe with me. Emalaigne flashes me a grateful smile before looking at the sky. One moment Rod is running down the hallway. The next he has stopped in front of us and is trying to catch his breath. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, Rod, but right now I would like to be alone. Of course. I'm sorry, Lucette, but could you please leave me for now? She does not even wait for my answer before walking away, leaving me alone with Rod. You made her cry, Rod. I'm fully aware of that. Why are you hiding your curse from your family? You wouldn't understand. I'm doing this to protect them. Protect them? Rod silently shakes his head. They wouldn't understand. Those are the last ominous words Rod speaks before rushing off, leaving me alone in the hall. What happened to him? The hallways are silent at this time The halls are silent at this time of night, as most everyone in the palace prepares for bed. I'm now on my way to a meeting place. Rod told me earlier to wait for him here. I had thought he would make me go to the Martian by myself after what transpired with Emalaigne, but I was wrong. Emalaigne was so upset today. I've never seen her like this before. I turned my thoughts back to the Martian and to what was said earlier. I wonder what Parfait wants to talk with us about. I feel my heart beating erratically against my chest. Why do I feel like something bad is going to happen? I realize that I've been standing in the open for a while. Perhaps I should move. People might find my standing here suspicious. As I start walking again, I am surprised when I feel a hand close around my wrist and pull me into the darkness. I open my mouth, but a hand muffles my scream. Shh! Rod! Rod's gaze is icy. He speaks quietly, but I can feel the anger simmering underneath his words. What if someone saw you just standing here? Have you ever thought about how they might get suspicious? His tone is so accusatory that for a moment I could not find my voice. But then he is right. I should have been more careful. Sorry. Rod stares at me, surprised. What? I never thought I'd ever hear you apologize, especially to me. Oh, well, at least I know how to apologize, unlike you. And why would I ever have a reason to apologize to you? Because you've done nothing but treat me coldly, even when I have done nothing but to personally attack you. Rod scowls at me but does not say anything. Instead, he sighs and takes my hand, pulling me after him. What? Let's go before the guard sees us. Wait, actually, I want to take a screenshot of this just in case. But what? Let's go before the guard sees us. I have no energy to argue with Rod, so I allow him to pull me along. I'm sorry. What? You apologize to me? Don't make me repeat myself. I did not hear you clearly. If there's one thing I know about you, it's that you're not deaf. Of course I'm not. Shh, someone will hear you. I glare at Rod, but he does not respond. Princess, your hand is really warm. Sebi is just outing the guy. Rod freezes in place and glares at Sebi, who seems to be shrugging. Your thoughts are too loud, Rod. Through the dim lights, I can actually see a faint blush on Rod's cheeks. You are blushing. I am not. He lets go of my hands and starts to walk towards the secret passage, with me trailing behind him. We look around to make sure no one is in sight before we both slip inside. Ooh, pretty. I follow closely behind Rod in silence. My eyes move upward to the little bunny plush hanging on his shoulder. Sebi, I've been wondering, have you ever talked with Rod's family as yourself? Rod suddenly stops and scowls over his shoulder at me. What, I'm asking Sebi, not you. No, I don't, Princess. Rod doesn't want me to talk with others since he thinks that I might say something unnecessary. So much for that. You still speak even when it is unnecessary. In the dim lighting of the tunnel, I can see a faint pink in Rod's cheeks, but it is probably a trick of the strange lighting. Rod is right. Sebi has blurted out his thoughts more than a number of times. Yoink. Save. You are not doing a very good job. Hold on. What do you mean by that? Well, there are thoughts that he prefers to keep to himself, like his thoughts on karma and his feminine voice or his... Rod suddenly clamps Sebi's face and I can actually see the poor plush struggling to get away from his hold. You're crushing the poor toy. Rod glares at me before finally releasing Sebi. Rod can be so brutal at times. I remember the time he almost threw me out the window for saying that one lady had a hideous dress. Rod glares at Sebi once again. He readies his fingers to pinch him again, but Sebi hurriedly apologizes before Rod can touch him. Oh. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Rod sighs and continues walking. Rod, have you ever spoken with emalaigne since that incident earlier? No. As much as I want to ask him again about his curse, I doubt that he'll divulge anything right now. I decide to keep my thoughts to myself as we head for the Martian. As we arrive at the Martian, Parfait and Elora are there to welcome us. The others, however, are nowhere in sight. It has been a while, Princess. Thank you for being here safely, Prince Rod. Where is everyone? They're all resting in their rooms now. It wasn't necessary that they will be here for what Delora and I want to discuss with you. I will be staying in the tavern then. Rod is about to head for the tavern when Delora stops him. You don't have to leave. What we are going to say involves you too, since you're staying at the palace as well. Rod looks at her curiously but asks no questions. Parfait and Delora gesture us to go to the city where we all take our seats. This is something Rod and I must know because we're in the palace. I have a bad feeling about this. Before we start, I would like to congratulate you on your first good deed, Princess. Delora told me all about it, and I can see the extra piece on your necklace as well. Parfait smiles at me, her eyes filled with pride. Her faith in me rekindles the dwindling confidence I had. If only you'd seen how happy Delora was when she announced it to us. You didn't have to go into specifics, Parfait. Oh, are you embarrassed, Delora? She smiles at Delora teasingly before turning back at me. Anyways, I know you can do it, Princess. Only 2 more to go and you can break your curse. Yeah, keep up the good work, Princess. And you too, Rod. So what is it that you want to discuss with us? I conducted a little investigation while I was with Susette in the palace and found something important. Something important? I discovered that there is a witch in the palace. A witch? In the palace? I feel a tinge of magic when I was there. It was faint, but it was definitely there. I don't remember feeling it before when I was there as a doll princess. It seems that the witch is using glamour to hide himself or herself from us. A glamour is a magic that can only be only very experienced witches can cast, which means the witch we are dealing with is no ordinary witch. They have the potential to be very powerful. But what would a witch be doing in a palace in the first place? The witch could be after the king, but what? Parfait and Delora glance at each other looking conflicted. It is Parfait who faces me first, her expression grave. I'm afraid there is some other possibility that we must make you aware of, Princess. And in order for us to explain it, we must give you the truth. Okay, I think I'll continue with this on my next stream. No, wait. Doesn't really let me do that thing, right? There you go, chapter 6. I will start with this on my next stream. And then I will go to main menu. Yep. Ooh, it's pretty. And I'm just going to start a new game and skip everything. No. Skip. I just want to get the first choice so that I can, fix. Bruh. How am I supposed to do this again? Enter? Okay. Prologue. Skip. Huh. There you go. I think this is the first decision. And because I have been curious since my last time I streamed, I want to go right this time. Hey, this way! Okay, this time it's with walls. You're no time to talk, Princess. I will continue this next time. Maybe with my next route. But at least I got the option here. The truth. Should I stop here? Actually, I think this is a good time to stop. Oh, here. Okay, well, I'd like to leave. How do you? With main menu. Yeah, I saved everything, I believe. Gallery. Oh, there's a gallery. obviously have the most with Rod. Can I like go down? Nice. Achievements. Do I get... Oh, you also get achievements for bad endings. Damn. Okay. Well then. Thank you for watching me. And I'm very happy that, you let me stream. Like, you watched me stream today. How do I end this? Why is the game still running? Like, it's not. Okay. Thank you for watching me. I'll end this stream and I'll probably be streaming again later. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. Bye bye.